Disclaimer. I doesn't claim any of the arts. All the pictures shown belongs to the respective artist and company. If you are original owner and want me to remove the video, I will do it immediately. Just send me an email to inform me. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Chapter begins, and we see that Kim is shocked to hear that Ricky is missing. He thinks to himself, in my previous life, the incident where multiple players suddenly died is now being portrayed as having happened during a search mission. Is it because someone as special as Ricky was chosen for the advance team? Ricky Harris was originally someone who shouldn't have existed, caught up in Jang Long's plot. It was none other than me who twisted her fate. Then, we see Marcus with a worried look in his eyes, saying, Ricky and Cody may be members of the U.S. Player Association, but they are also talents essential to humanity. 4 other SS rank players have already died. We can't afford to lose them as well. If you accept our request, the U.S. Player Association will designate you, Kim TAEHYUN, as our top priority ally, with various forms of support. Player Association urgently warns about the critical importance of Ricky and Cody, offering Kim TAEHYUN a deal to become their top priority ally in exchange for extensive support. Hearing Marcus's words, Kim thinks for a moment and then says, "That's enough explanation. So, where do I need to go?" Showing decisiveness and resolve, Kim TAEHYUN cuts off further explanations and directly asks for his mission location. Hearing Kim's words, suddenly the chairman protests in a loud voice, "Player Kim TAEHYUN, please reconsider. Didn't you hear that multiple S6 rank players have already been taken out? We need to prepare more thoroughly in this case." The chairman urgently pleads with Kim TAEHYUN to reconsider, warning that several top-tier players, likely SS rank, have already been defeated and that more preparation is necessary. But hearing the chairman's words, Kim insists and calms him by saying, if it's that dangerous a place, even in this moment of hesitation, the two of them may be fighting for their lives. I have to go. Kim TAEHYUN acknowledges the risks coldly, implying he is aware of the danger but will proceed regardless. Despite a moment of hesitation, Kim resolves to act immediately, driven by the thought that others are risking their lives right now. Therefore, Kim remembers his past deal with Ricky. That's what Ricky told her at the time. I'll consider this a favor. I won't tell anyone, but in return, you have to help me when I'm in danger next time. I feel like I can trust you to watch my back. A secret agreement is struck. Silence is exchanged for a promise of future help, showing cautious trust and pragmatism. Ricky expresses a growing trust and acknowledges a personal debt, emphasizing a bond forged through shared risks and mutual reliance. Seeing changes back to the present, Kim says to the chairman with a smile, and besides, I've got a debt to repay. Therefore, Kim leaves as soon as possible to go into the abyss and help rescue Ricky. As Kim leaves the association, Go says to the chairman, please have a little more faith in player Kim TAEHYUN. He's always exceeded our expectations until now. A supporter urges others to maintain faith in Kim TAEHYUN, highlighting his consistent record of success and reliability. As the chairman hears Go's words, a sad look in his eyes that shows doubt and fear. I know, but still. Therefore, a flashback shows that the chairman explains, when we only believed, I also know what kinds of tragedies that can lead to. As the chairman's flashback shows us, we see that he knew Min Ji-hong, the leader of the Malignant Guild. Despite understanding the support for Kim TAEHYUN, this voice warns of the dangers of blind trust, recalling past tragedies caused by misplaced faith. Hearing the chairman's words, Go insists, but the chairman couldn't ease himself and says with concern, sure he is, just an old man's worry, suggesting tension between caution and confidence in TAEHYUN's abilities. Then the scene changes to the depths of the abyss, where under a red sky, we see skeleton dragons flying over a castle. Then, we see a lizard guard swing his axe as he screams, and with massive force, his axe hits the ground and shatters it. Then, we see his opponent is Cody. In his golden armor mode, he dodges that lizard's attack and jumps into the air. With a single slash of his sword, Cody cuts that lizard in half from the middle. With a serious look in his eyes, he sees that his sword goes through the lizard flesh as it cuts him in half. When Cody finishes that lizard, as he stands in front of multiple scared lizards, multiple of them are lying down dead behind him. Therefore, he frustratingly says as he sees endless enemies, "No matter how many I cut down, they just keep coming," highlighting an overwhelming, never-ending threat. Suddenly, out of nowhere, another voice suggests a drastic approach. Then why not just wipe them all out at once? Implying a desire to end the conflict violently and decisively. Therefore, suddenly, a black smoke-like thing appears. Underfoot, Cody appears, moving forward, and when he reaches the lizards, he grabs them all with his black tentacles and captures them. Then, as a red aura covers his body, Kim approaches Cody and says, "I've come to help, Cody." Then, seeing Kim, Cody lifts his helmet up, looks at him, and questions if Marcus sent him, saying, "Marcus sent you?" Normally I'd say it was a pointless move, but this isn't the time to be picky. I appreciate the help. Cody thanks them and acknowledges Kim's help and understanding difficulty of this mission and says, "Now I understand why they sent you even after sending me." Then Kim senses something and says, "Immense magical energy surrounding this castle," explaining the heightened danger. He didn't expect the place where Ricky went missing to be the Archduke's castle. Then, as Cody looks at Kim seriously, he says, "Ricky was dispatched to investigate a location in the deepest part of the abyss, but the team initially didn't realize it belonged to them." Hearing Cody's words, Kim asked him, "Is Ricky really still alive?" Therefore, Cody replies, "Yes, we detected her mana after entering this place. It's leading underground." As Kim and Cody exchange information, Kim debates going deeper and says, "If we go that far, we might run into the Archduke. Then the chances of us beating him are less than 1%. Hearing Kim's words with determination, Cody puts on his helmet and says, "We better make this a speed run. Can you keep up?" As Kim pulls out his daggers and charges them with predation, he says, "Yes, absolutely." Then, with maximum speed, they rush towards the enemy, and they start slashing and one-shotting them. They would pass through them like butter. Lizards are jumping on them to stop or slow their movement, but they had no chance against them. As they easily pass the guard lizards at top speed, leaving them behind, Kim smiles and questions Cody's sudden power boost, asking, "You sure you're the same guy who was struggling with one monster earlier?" Hearing Kim's words, Cody confidently replies, "You showed up, so I no longer need to hold back my strength," implying their full power is unlocked with their allies' presence. Then Cody reflects on their past rivalry and says, "Didn't we say we'd have a showdown the next time we met in the Abyss? I didn't think we'd end up forming a united front like this." Hearing Cody's words, Kim admits, "Having someone I can trust, this isn't so bad either." They express hope. "The two of us here are undoubtedly humanity's greatest forces. If I'm really with him, maybe we can actually save Ricky." Then, as they slice through and past the goblins and lizards, they come across a big door. They crash it open and enter the mysterious room by force. Upon entering, Kim looks around in wonder and asks where exactly they are. Cody replies, "Looks like we've reached the heart of the castle. There should be a path leading underground nearby. How about we split up and search?" As they wonder where to go next, a man approaches Cody at maximum speed and menacingly says, "You will probably die here." With massive force, he sends Cody flying to the other side of the room. Cody crashes to the floor. Quickly, Kim, surrounded by a red aura, attacks the man with his dagger. Kim swings his dagger, but as it reaches the man catches it with his bare hand. Seeing this, Kim's eyes widen in shock and disbelief. The man smirks and says, "Hey, finally got to meet the celebrity. You're the ace of New Korea now, right? Kim TAEHYUN?" We see that the man is none other than Min Ji-hong himself. Kim, frustrated and overwhelmed by his power, asks, "Who are you?" Min Ji-hong smiles and says, "What? That old man Ji-jin, he didn't tell you anything?" That's no fun. In an instant, he grabs Kim's face with his hand and, with maximum power, knocks Kim to the ground, shattering it. Kim looks at him in wonder. He hasn't been overpowered like this in such a long time. The man then introduces himself, saying, "My name is Min Ji-hong. I'm the guildmaster of Axiong. Maybe you could call me your senior?" He breaks Kim's dagger. As soon as his introduction ends, Cody attacks him at maximum speed with his sword, making a wide swing. But Min Ji-hong dodges with ease and, looking at Cody with his golden eyes, says, "Definitely Cody Wood's doing. Yeah, if that was all it took, he never would have earned the world's #1 title." As Kim tries to get up, he says to Cody, "That guy, Min Ji-hong, said he's the guildmaster of Axiong." Hearing Kim's words, Cody replies, "I recognize his face. He's a major criminal on the international wanted list. The question is, why is someone like that here?" Min Ji-hong, with a creepy smile, says, "Think a little harder. How could a mere human be waiting for you in the heart of the Archduke's castle?" Hearing Min Ji-hong's words, Kim realizes that he too is a contractor. Min Ji-hong puts his hand on his face and releases a powerful red aura that fills the whole room, proudly saying with his eyes glowing golden, "I'm the same as you. Come on then, among fellow Archduke contractors, let's have a hell of a fight to the death." The scene then changes to where Ricky is held prisoner. She regains consciousness as she senses their aura and says with a wounded and tired face, "Cody, Kim TAEHYUN, are you here?" And with that, this chapter ends. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Support this channel by liking this video and subscribing the channel. And if you want me to recap another manhwa or manga, write its name in the comments section. And if you want to know that what happened in previous chapters, you can watch them in this channel. Stay tuned for next chapters.